10 foods to avoid when you have type 2 diabetes. To avoid weight gain and keep your blood sugar under control, limit or avoid the following 10 foods. 1. Skip sugary foods like sweets and soda. Foods that are made primarily of processed sugar, like many desserts, candy, and soda, are considered low-quality carbohydrates. Not only are these foods lacking in nutritional value, they can also cause a sharp spike in your blood sugar. They can also lead to weight problems. Refined carbohydrates raise blood sugar. Your body then produces extra insulin to bring your blood sugar down. Insulin is a fat storage hormone. With more circulating insulin in your bloodstream, your body converts the carbohydrates to fat and stores them on your buttocks, thighs, abdomen, and hips. 2. Sip on flavored seltzer rather than fruit juice. People with diabetes should avoid drinking juice, even 100% fruit juice. Fruit juice contains more vitamins and minerals than soda and other sugary drinks. But the problem is that juices have concentrated amounts of fruit sugar and therefore cause your blood sugar to spike quickly. Plus, sipping fruit juice doesn't fill you up the same way that eating a piece of fruit does. Because juice doesn't have the same fiber that's found in whole fruit. 3. Snack on fresh fruit instead of dried fruit. Although dried fruit contains fiber and many nutrients, the dehydration process removes the water. So it's easier to eat more. Think about how many more raisins than grapes you can eat. While snacking on raisins or dried apricots is better for you than eating a cookie, it'll still send your blood sugar soaring. Skip the dried fruit and instead choose whole fruits that are high in fiber, which cause a lower and slower rise in blood glucose. 4. Replace white carbs with whole grains. These white carbs act a lot like sugar once your body begins to digest them, which means they will increase your glucose levels. Replace white carbs with whole grains, such as brown or wild rice, barley, oatmeal, high-fiber cereals, and whole grain breads, for carbs that break down more slowly and have a less dramatic effect on blood sugar. 5. Favor low-fat over full-fat dairy. You've probably heard that the saturated fats in dairy products can raise your LDL cholesterol levels, and increase your risk of heart disease. But saturated fats may cause yet another serious problem for people with diabetes. Research has found that eating a diet high in saturated fat may worsen insulin resistance. Do your best to avoid full-fat dairy products made with whole milk, such as cream, full-fat yogurt, ice cream, cream cheese, and other full-fat cheeses. Look for reduced fat or fat-free dairy products instead. 6. Opt for lean proteins over fatty cuts of meat. People with type 2 diabetes should limit or avoid high-fat cuts of meat, such as regular ground beef, bologna, hot dogs, sausage, bacon, and ribs. Because like full-fat dairy, they're high in saturated fats, explains Kimberlin. Saturated fats in meat raise cholesterol and promote inflammation throughout the body, and can also put people with diabetes at even greater risk for heart disease than the average person, since their risk is already elevated as a result of diabetes. 7. Limit packaged snacks and baked goods. Aside from all the sugar, junky white flour, sodium, and preservatives they contain, packaged snacks and baked goods, like chips, pretzels, crackers, cookies, donuts, and snack cakes, often have unhealthy trans fats. Trans fats increase your bad LDL cholesterol, lower your good HDL cholesterol, and raise your risk of heart disease. They're also even more dangerous than saturated fats, especially for people who have type 2 diabetes, who are already at increased risk of heart disease. 8. Forget about eating oily, breaded fried foods. You may have a weakness for fried foods like French fries, fried chicken, and potato chips. But satisfying this craving another way will be better for your health in the long run. Fried foods typically soak up tons of oil, which equates to lots of extra calories, and many are coated in breading first, jacking up the numbers even more. Overdoing the greasy stuff can pack on the pounds and cause blood sugar chaos. Not only do these foods initially spike blood sugar, they can leave it high over a long period of time. Fat takes longer to digest, so it keeps blood sugar elevated. For the same flavor without the fat and calories, we suggest finding new ways to prepare the fried foods you like, such as baking, roasting, or grilling. 9. Avoid alcohol or drink only in moderation. It can interfere with your blood sugar levels. If you do drink, keep it in moderation, advises the ADA. Moderation is generally defined as no more than 1 serving per day if you're a woman, and no more than 2 if you're a man. A typical serving is measured as 5 ounces Oz of wine, 12 ounces of beer, or 1.5 ounces of distilled liquor. 10. Skip sweeteners that spike your blood sugar. People tend to think that natural sweeteners like honey are okay, but the body doesn't distinguish between sugars, it just knows it's sugar. These natural sugars still cause a spike in blood sugar. The goal is to learn to enjoy food for its natural flavor, and start cutting back on added sugar. If you saw this video helpful, please like, comment below the video, and subscribe to this channel.